Bonjour. Bonjour mes amis. Oh, bonjour Vansh. Et bonsoir. Bienvenue à notre chaîne FrenchPro Global. Ok, donc aujourd'hui, nous sommes encore ici à notre chaîne FrenchPro Global. Donc aujourd'hui, nous allons euh, faire un sujet très important pour vous. Sahiba, oui, bonjour, salut. Ok. Donc, Sahiba Singh est aussi devenue une étudiante sérieuse. Hein? Elle étudie beaucoup de nos jours. Shayan Azmi, bonsoir. Bonsoir. Alors, I hope you all are here and practicing. You have already practiced actually the Imparfait that we are going to do today. But we are going to quickly revise what is Imparfait quickly because I know some of you are like little bit confused in this topic. So we will quickly revise what is Imparfait and then we will be doing exercises on Imparfait. Okay. So just wait for a minute. Bonsoir, Madhav. Bonsoir. I just came from Delhi just 15 minutes before, because I had some work in Delhi and so I came now and I'm going to take your class. Yes, Saiba, you can type your doubt. Doubt regarding Imparfait, huh? In the in the So what is paragraph? Paragraph mean what happens? You have to write, you will be given a topic, okay? So on that topic, you have to write a long answer. Okay. I think you remember how you used to write essay in the school. So you will be given a topic. So on that topic, you have to write in 100 or 150 words. Okay. Okay. Bonjour, Sanya. Okay. Bonsoir. What to talk? Okay, sir. What kinds? See, one thing is simple. So when you are doing Passé Composé, when you are doing Imparfait, then topic will be related to these topics, no? So anything can be asked. Okay, so for example, if you know present tense, so where we can use present tense? So in order to describe your daily activity, okay, so for that you can use present tense. For example, if you have done future, okay, so what is the purpose of a future tense? So if you have to describe something in future, for example, what I'm going to do next year, what's my plan, you know, so you can describe using future prose. So if you have done past tense, passé composé and imparfait, passé which means something, if you are describing what has happened in the past, or imparfait is like what was happening in the past. So if you have been given a topic on past, then what you can write, huh? So something related to past, right? So that is what you are supposed to write. Yeah, so I have already told you. Yeah, so you have to be ready with both the topics, huh? You have to be ready with the both the topics. For example, whether it is past or whether it is a present or future or a dialogue, anything. Yeah, so you have to be ready with everything. So because you have already done all these things, so you must know how to write all these things. Suppose yesterday we have done passé composé, huh? So if I ask you right now, if I ask you, okay, what you have done last weekend, what you have done, so describe what you have done last weekend, है ना? So think what are you going to speak about that, है ना? For example, you have done passé composé and imparfait, and I tell okay, if I ask you, okay, so what you have done last year, so where did you go last year during summer vacation? Okay, So how are you going to write? So you don't know how to write about your summer vacation that you have spent last year. So of course you can write using Passé Composé and Imparfait. Okay. So you know the skill, you have that skill, and you can write. Whatever topics come, I know you can write on that. Okay. Yeah. Is there any other question? Sir, action of come in past, or we have to. Okay, fine. So we can start Imparfait. So yesterday we have done Passé Composé. Passé Composé with avoir we have done. Passé Composé with être we have done. Passé Composé with pronominal plus Passé Composé, all we have done. So we have also done a writing topic yesterday. Huh? For example, yesterday we have discussed Voyage à Agra. Am I right? Madhav, Vansh, you all were there. So yesterday's class we have discussed Voyage Dubai, Voyage à Agra. So means trip to Dubai, trip to Agra. These two topics we have discussed yesterday in the live class. So those who could not attend yesterday's live class, so I kindly, Balki, I strongly advise you, you go and watch the video, and please learn how to write your trip. Okay, so we have discussed two important trips, Dubai, and the second one is Agra. You see how you have to describe a trip. Okay, so Sania George, your question, and Sahiba, you are asking me. So those who have not attended yesterday's class, so I strongly advise you go to the live section. Okay, yesterday's class, so we have discussed two important topics. Please watch those topics and see how to write about a trip in past tense. Okay, you must watch that. So we have discussed in detail, so kindly please watch that video yesterday, on pass on trip to Dubai and trip to Agra. Okay, now let's come to Imparfait. Let me share the screen with you. Okay, so here we are. Let me also open the chat box on my mobile phone so that I can see all your chats. Okay, fine. Bonjour. Just a second. I have to. Hi. Voila. So now I am there. I can see all of you. Okay. So here we are practicing Lamparfait. So what is Lamparfait? So we have already discussed about this topic in the class. Okay. So Imparfait is a tense. Tense. Okay. It's a very important. Oh, it's not visible. Just wait. It will come. It will appear. On mobile phone, it has not come yet, but it will come. Just wait. Now is it visible? Okay, now it is visible. Fine. Yeah, so when what happens when I share on my screen now, so it takes some seconds to appear on your mobile phone. Okay, so even still on my mobile phone, I can't see. Just a second. Ha, now it is visible. Fine. And video is clear. There is no blur. Please confirm. No blur. Okay, fine. Very clear. Okay, good. Okay, so now come to this Imparfait, my dear students. Passé Composé, you know, Passé Composé is something that shows about an action that has already been done. Okay, Passé Composé. है ना, a complete action. For example, I had my dinner, completed. Okay, I watched a movie, completed. But Imparfait is slightly different. Huh? Yes, Imparfait is completely different. So you can see on your screen there are three different uses. Number one, habitual action in the past. है ना? Habitual action in the past. For example, you can see something you used to do repeatedly in the past. For example, you can see on your screen, J'allais à l'école à pied. So I used to go to school on foot. Okay, I used to go to school on foot, or I used to go to school by bus. Okay, I used to go to school by car. So this was an action that was happening in the past on a regular basis. Okay, so that is why imparfait, habitual action, it represents about habitual action. So the first use case, now it's clear. Second thing, imparfait is used to describe a person, to describe a place or describe a situation as it was. For example, last to last month I was in Dubai. Okay, so if I have to describe, Dubai was very beautiful city. Okay, it was very beautiful. Okay, so Dubai Mall was very crowded. है ना? So here what I'm describing a place. Okay, so now, so in Dubai I met some people. Okay, for example, Madam Karin. Okay, she was very intelligent woman. She was very intelligent. She was very pretty. She was very hardworking woman. So here I am describing a person. Okay, third is situation. So situation, for example, it was rainy, it was winter, it was cold. So I am describing a situation. Okay, second thing, Dubai hai the. Okay, voila. Now, third is action in progress. Action in progress, you can see on your screen an ongoing action happening at a past moment. For example, je lisais un livre. I was reading a book. Okay, so let me give you some other examples to understand imparfait action in progress. Okay, for example, you are now attending live classes. Okay, so you can say when I was attending live classes, Dr. Hindustani has asked one question. Okay, after this live classes, if you discuss with your friend, when I was attending live classes, Dr. Hindustani asked me a question. So when I was attending, okay, the action was happening. Okay, for example, second example, when I was eating, my mother called me. Okay, so when I was eating, action was in progress. Okay, so what was in the progress? You were eating. Okay, then your mother called me, for example. So you were eating, that was an action that was happening, that was in progress. Okay, so three important use case: habitual action, to express habitual action; second, description of a person, place or thing; third, action in progress. So here you have to understand this is not a complete action. Okay, that was something used to happen. Okay, that you have to remember. So what is important to understand, don't think it is very easy. So Passé Composé and Imparfait, when you get a text, a comprehension, okay, a text, so there will be some fill in the blanks. You have to understand okay, this is the sentence, so this represents action which is complete, or this represent habitual action or description, or an action was in progress. So you, once you have to identify, I mean, first of all you have to identify. Okay, then you will be able to give the right answer, passé composé or imparfait. Okay, because you will get something mixed. Okay, so you have to distinguish between passé composé and imparfait. Passé composé just one thing, action completed, but imparfait you have three things: habitual action, description, and action in progress. Okay, so you have to be very clear between passé composé and imparfait. Okay, if you don't have this clarity, you won't be able to answer. In kuch bhi kar lo, you won't be able to answer. Okay, so clear distinction आपको पता होनी चाहिए. Now, so habitual action, description, action in progress, now you can see. Okay, next, just quick memory trick. If you can say used to or was doing something in English, you need imperfect. Okay. Okay, now you see how to make imperfect. So the definition and use case, now you understand. Now you see how to make imperfect. Okay, like conjugations, how to form imparfait. This is the second tab. You read it. The three-step formula. The three-step formula. The first thing, take the nu for in the present tense. For example, parler. What is the conjugation of parler in present tense with nu? Nu parlons. Okay, that is the conjugation. So we have to take that parlons and then we have to remove ons. You can see step number 2. Remove the ons. Okay, remove the ons. After removing ons, you have in your hand PARL. That is something which is in your hand after removing ONS. So that remaining PARL, so in that remaining part, you have to add something. And what you have to add, you can see on your screen. Yes, you can see. These are the endings that you have to add. Okay, like AIS, AIS, AIT, IONS, IEZ, AIENT. This you have to add. Okay, after removing ONS. Fine. You can see some example. This is the conjugation of parler in present tense. Je parle, tu parles, il parle. So we don't have to take je parle, we don't have to take tu parle, we don't have to take il parle. And here vous parlez, il parle. We don't have to take this. We have to take this conjugation, nous parlons. So this form we have to take parlons. So in this parlons, remove ONS. Okay, and now after removing ONS, we have in this blue color PARL. Okay, देख लो सभी में PARL and in the last what we have added AIS, AIS, AIT, IONS, IEZ, AIENT. So this is mandatory when you are making imparfait. Okay, now there are something which you have to keep in your mind. For example, manger, which is GER ending. Okay, so keep GE, je manger, not manger. है ना? This rule I have already explained in class also. Even in present tense में we have to conjugate mangeons, not mongo. है ना? This rule you already know that. So again in imparfait also you have to give EAIS. For generally nu में we have to add IONS ना. IONS, but यहाँ पे आपको ध्यान देना होगा कि what you have to do. Je mange, not mange. ठीक है? Like AIS you have to add with the je form, है ना? लेकिन जब when you are conjugating MANGER, then you have to not just give AIS, but you have to give EAIS to better pronounce this conjugation. Same thing, commencer में again you have to give sedila, है ना? So that it sounds like sir, otherwise it will be ka. This rule we have already discussed in the class. Okay, so now how to make imparfait, this is clear. Now you see some conjugations, which is very important. So first of all, you have to see the conjugation of être in imparfait and conjugation of avoir in imparfait. So être. So in present tense, what is the conjugation of être? Like je suis, which means I am. Tu es, you are. Il, elle est, he or she is. Nous sommes, we are. Vous êtes, you are, and ils, elles sont, they are. So I am का past क्या होगा? I was. You are का past क्या होगा? You were. Okay. I have का क्या होगा? I had. है ना? So this you have to remember. So être is j'étais. J'étais means I was. Okay. Tu étais, you were. Il, elle était, he or she was. Nous étions, we were. Vous étiez, you were, and ils, elles étaient, they were. Now come to our. So in present tense में our we have already conjugated like J, I have, tu as, you have, il, elle a, he or she has, nous avons, we have, vous avez, you have, and ils ont, they have. So I have का I had बन जाता है. Okay. So j'avais, tu avais, il avait, nous avions, vous aviez, ils, elles avaient. Okay. I had, you had, he or she had, we had, you had, and they had. Now see ER ending verbs. For example, fumer. Okay, fumer. So how will you make imparfait of this fumer? Just remove ER and add EIS. Je fume, tu fume, il fume, nous fumions, vous fumiez, il fume. Aller, J'allais, I was going. Tu allais, you were going. Il elle allait, he or she was going. Nous allions, we were going, and vous alliez, you were going, and il elles allaient, they were going. Okay. Manger, je mangeais, tu mangeais, il elle mangeait, nous mangions, vous mangiez, and il elle mangeait. Okay. Commencer का भी देख लो. Je commençais, tu commençais, il elle commençait, nous commencions, vous commenciez, il elle commençait. Okay. Now this conjugation tables you have already seen. IR में भी same thing है. Je finissais, I was finishing, tu finissais, il elle finissait, nous finissions, vous finissiez, il elle finissait. Venir, je venais, I was coming, tu venais, you were coming, il elle venait, he or she was coming, nous venions, we were coming, and vous veniez, you were coming, and il venait, they were coming. RE में देख लो. Je vendais, I was selling, tu vendais, il elle vendait, nous vendions, vous vendiez, il elle vendait, they were selling. Now, je prenais, I was taking, tu prenais, you were taking, il elle prenait, he or she was taking, nous prenions, we were taking, vous preniez, you were taking, and il elle prenait, they were taking. Now, pronominal verb, you can see how to make pronominal verb, how to conjugate pronominal verb in imperfect. For example, se laver, है ना, to bath. Je me lavais, tu te lavais, il elle se lavait, nous lavions, vous laviez, and il elle se lavait. Se coucher, je me couchais, I was going to bed. Tu te couchais, you were going to bed. Il elle se couchait, he or she was going to bed. Nous couchions, we were going to bed, and vous couchiez, you were going to bed, and il elle se couchait, they were going to bed. So now you see how to make imparfait of avoir, être, er ending verbs, ir ending verbs, re ending verbs, and pronominal verbs. Okay. Now you see some examples. Okay, so you see it's already mentioned habitual hai ya person, description of a person hai na, all these situation, everything is here. You just observe. These sentences are important. J'allais à l'école. So here this is habitual. And I used to go to school. This is habitual. So identification is very important. If this is habitual, it's a description of a person, place, or situation. Okay, that you have to identify. J'allais à l'école, I used to go to school. Habitual, je jouais avec mes amis. So I used to play with my friends. Okay. Habitual, again this is habitual. Je me réveillais tôt, I used to wake up early. J'allais au bureau à l'heure, so I used to go to office on time. Now here is the description of a person. Il était intelligent. He was intelligent. Il était intelligent. Here description of a person which I have explained you in the beginning. Next, elle était belle. Elle était belle. She was beautiful. Now description of a person again. Il était très gentil. Il était très gentil. They were very kind. Elle avait les cheveux longs et noirs. She had long black hair. Okay, here you are describing a person. Again, mon professeur portait toujours des lunettes. So my teacher always wore glasses. La maison était grande et belle. So here is the description of a place. The house was big and beautiful. La maison était grande et belle. Next, again description of a place. La village était calme et tranquille. Le village était calme et tranquille. The village was calm and peaceful. Here we are describing village, a place. Now situation. Situation. Il faisait froid et il pleuvait. Il faisait froid. It was cold. And il pleuvait. It was raining. It was raining. So you observe all these sentences. Very important. Now situation. Tout le monde était heureux pendant la fête. Tout le monde, which means everyone. Était, was, heureux, happy, pendant la fête, during the party or festival. Okay, so tout le monde était heureux pendant la fête. Fine. Now, action in progress. Je lisais un livre. Je lisais un livre. I was reading a book. है ना. That was an action in progress. Okay, now in progress again. Elle regardait la télévision. She was watching television. Elle regardait le film. She was watching film. Huh? So there was an action in progress. Okay. Now again in progress. Nous mangions quand il est arrivé. So we were eating when he arrived. We were eating, which means that action was happening in progress. Now ils jouaient au football. They were playing football. Again, action in progress. Now, the last sentence. Les enfants jouaient dans le jardin. Les enfants jouaient dans le jardin. The children were playing in the garden. Again, action in progress. So you have to understand description of a person, description of a place, description of situation. Okay. Second thing, habitual action. है ना. ये दो चीज हो गए और तीसरा हमारा था एक्शन इन प्रोग्रेस, है ना. सो ये सब आपको देखना पड़ेगा. ठीक है. नाउ ये आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू शो यू बिकॉज यू हैव ऑलरेडी डन दीज आर द सेम थिंग. ओके. नाउ कम टू क्विज. यस, कैन यू प्लीज टेल मी योर आंसर. quand je dash être enfant je jouais beaucoup. Yeah, you can type your answer on the chat box. I can see. Yeah, please. Madhav était, Madhavansh était, quand j'étais enfant, je jouais beaucoup. So what is the translation of this sentence? Quand j'étais enfant, je jouais beaucoup. Can you please type the translation also so that other audience can also understand this? Quand j'étais enfant, je jouais. When I was a child, I played or I used to play. है ना? I used to play a lot होगा. है ना? Very good. Just a second. I have downloaded something for you. I hope that's working. I was trying since a long time, but okay. There is some problem here. Just a second. So now quand j'étais. Fine. This is right answer. Être is irregular. Quand j'étais. That is fine. Now next. Mes amis et moi dash jouer in bracket ensemble après les cours. So my friends and me used to play together after the class. Yeah, your answer please. Yes, your answer. Okay, jouer, Jouaient. Mes amis et moi. So mes amis, yani my friends, et moi and me. So my friends and me, it becomes we. It becomes we once, है ना? My friends and me is equal to we. So we have to use the nu wala form, है ना? Got it? Nu, my friends and I played together. Yes. Nous jouions. Yes. है ना? Shayan Azmi, no. Jouer, no. Because you understand the subject. Even in English, if you say my friends and me, okay, are going to cinema. So what will you say? We, na? So my friends and me, we went to cinema. So we, that is nu. So you have to use the nu form, nu form. Okay. When two nouns come together, they take plural verb. No, you understand. If I say Ram and Lakshman, then it becomes they. Okay, then you have to use ILS wala form. Okay, but when we say my friends and me, when you are also involved, then it does not become they, it becomes we. Okay, in English also now you say Ram and Shyam, Lakshman, they went to Sri Lanka, for example, है ना. So they, you cannot say we, But when you say Ram and me, then it becomes we went. Got it? We. So in this context, you have to use the nu form. Okay. Shine Azmi, no, you see the conjugation. How do you conjugate jouer verb in present tense? You tell me. Nous jouons, है ना? JOUONS ना? Nous jouons. तो ONS you have to remove, है ना? ONS you have to remove, and then IONS you have to add. So imparfait, in order to conjugate the verb in imparfait, first of all you have to conjugate that verb in present tense with the new form. Okay, with the new form. So for example, suppose parler you have to conjugate in imparfait. So first of all you have to conjugate parler verb in present tense with the nous. So what would be that conjugation? Nous parlons. Okay, so nous parlons में ONS को हटा देना है. ओके, उसके बाद हटाने के बाद यू हैव टू ऐड IONS, नु पार्लियों. तो सिमिलरली हियर जो में क्या है, जुए की प्रेजेंट टेंस में क्या कॉन्जुगेशन होगी? नु जुओ. तो ONS हटाने के बाद IONS लगाना है. दैट्स इट. ओके, नेक्स्ट. इल डैश फेर toujours beau en été, है ना? टेल मी व्हाट इज द राइट. दिस इज सिचुएशन, है ना? It was doing, है ना? It used to be good in summer. Il faisait. Sahiba has a fe. You have to understand, fe is the past participle of passé composé, Sahiba. So faisait, AIT, you have to remember na. You have to remember that the endings of imparfait, AIS, AIS, AIT, IONS, IEZ, AIENT. That you have to remember, है ना? Il faisait. Yes, this is the right answer. Whatever we are doing, my dear students, very important. Okay, you have to do everything, and you have to also know the rule, what is happening and why it is happening. You cannot just do this exercise randomly, है ना? तुक्का नहीं लगाना है. You have to understand. Okay, next. Okay. अच्छा, लास्ट वाला रह गया था क्या? नो, दिस इज फाइन. एल डैश 80 these with on quand elle est arrivée en France. Yes, your answer please. Elle avait. Yes. So here it is about, okay, what is your answer? Madhav, ave, Vansh, ave. What about others? Is there any answer, other answer? Okay, Sahib also Ave. Yes, my dear students, Ave is the right answer, because when you have to talk about your age, you have to use avoir, na? Ha. Yes. So whenever you have to talk about your age, you have to always use avoir, है ना? I hope you remember. J'ai 18 ans, j'ai 19 ans, j'ai 17 ans, है ना? Avoir. So I have का past क्या होगा फिर? I had. सो आवर का पास्ट क्या होगा? आवे, है ना? तो एल आवे, एल आवे दिस वितों. दिस इज करेक्ट. फाइन. नेक्स्ट. नाउ दिस, je dash lire un livre quand il est arrivé. I was reading a book when he arrived. So here in this sentence there are two different sentences. The first one is, okay, first one is imparfait, the second one is passé composé, है ना? So I was reading a book when he arrived. So here there are two actions. So can you tell me two actions में कौन सा action complete है and कौन सा action in progress है? You type please. So here you can distinguish where you have to use passé composé, where you have to use imparfait. Shayan Azmi said, Lise, Passé composé is action completed. So which sentence is showing action completed? That is what I want to know. So in this sentence, which one is complete? Yes. Il est arrivé. Yes. Il est arrivé, which means he arrived. So he has already arrived. So that is a complete action. है ना? And the first sentence, I was reading a book. है ना? So that action was happening. When I was reading a book, then he arrived. Okay. So two sentences, one is completed, one is in progress. Okay, fine. Next. La maison dash in bracket être grande et belle. The house was big and beautiful. Tell me which one. Yeah, type your answer. Oh, sorry. I think by mistake I have clicked that. Ah, okay, just a second. Ah, it will just come on your screen also. By mistake, I clicked stop sharing button. It will appear on your screen. Just wait some seconds. Okay, so that sentence that you have already saw, la maison dash in bracket être and grande et belle, है ना? So the house was big and beautiful. Why it is not showing? Is it visible now on your screen? Haan class, is it now visible? No, no, not yet. Come, it will come. I think it will come. Just a second. It should. Pas encore. Pas encore. It once again. Sometimes it happens. Okay, now again I'm going to share it. Is it visible? Pas encore. Pas encore. Maybe थोड़ा net slow है, I guess. But it should appear. It should appear. Just wait. I have. Now it will appear. Is it visible now? I guess. Now it is visible. Fine. Hmm. Now it is visible. Yes. Fine. Okay. So La Maison, what is your answer? Yes. What is your answer? Ete. Yes. La Maison Ete. That is the right answer. Now next question. Il dash. Okay. Yeah, from the sentence, Sahiba, you have to understand the sentence first of all. Okay. Il dash leur devoir avant le dîner tous les soirs. So here it is about habit, na? He used to finish his homework before the dinner every evening. So this is what it means. So from the sentence you have to understand. So in order to write the correct answer, you must understand the meaning of the sentence. Then only you will be able to write the correct answer. Okay. Il, yeah, your answer. Il finissait. Yes. Il finissait. Absolutely correct answer. Il finissait. Yes, correct answer. Next. Next. Yeah, your answer, please. Yeah, je. This is again about habitual action, na? Je me couchais à minuit tous les soirs, है ना? So I used to sleep or I used to go to bed at midnight every evening. Je me couchais. Okay, now this is right answer. Next, yes. Next, what is your answer? Nous dash quand le téléphone a sonné, which means कि we were eating when the telephone came, है ना? Nous mangions, yes, nous mangions quand le téléphone a sonné, है ना? जब टेलीफोन की रिंग हुई, then we were eating. Okay, nous mangions. That's the right answer. Now the last question. Which sentence correctly uses l'imparfait? You have to see which one is the correct. Il pleuvait quand je suis sorti, or il a plu hier, or il pleuvra, or il pleuve en ce moment. What is the right imparfait? A number. Yeah, it is very much clear. Il pleuvait quand je suis sorti. Again, here in this sentence, Sahiba, there are two different sentences. First, il pleuvait. The second sentence, je suis sorti. So, je suis sorti is the passé composé. है ना? I left. है ना? Or I went out. Okay. Il pleuvait, which means it was raining. Okay. This is a situation. It was raining when I went outside. है ना? So you have to see different sentences and you have to understand this is what? This is description, habitual action, है ना? Or situation, or it is a finished action, complete action. Yes, you have Sahiba A. Haan, that is the right answer. Okay, now this is fine. So you got 10 out of 10, है ना? Now practice some. Yes, your answer, quand je dash enfant, je jouais beaucoup. Again, same thing. Quand j'étais enfant, je jouais beaucoup. है ना? Mes parents, yes. Type the correct imperfect form. Accents are accepted but not required. ठीक है? Your answer, quand j'étais. Fine. Let me write here. Quand j'étais enfant, je jouais beaucoup. Okay, for the second, mes parents habitaient. Mes parents habitaient. Fine. उसके बाद elle la télé tous les soirs. What is your answer? Yes, your answer. Regardez. Yes, correct. Regardez. Elle regardait la télé tous les soirs. So she used to watch television every evening. Okay, next. Yes, next. Nous dash ensemble chaque dimanche. Yes. Nous mangions. Fine. Nous mangions ensemble chaque dimanche means we used to eat together every Sunday. Next. Yes. Next. Faire. Froid ce jour-là. What is your answer? Yeah, please type. Il faisait. Okay. Il faisait. Il faisait froid. So it was cold. Huh? Froid means cold here. Il faisait froid. Okay. Fine. Okay. Janvi is also here. Okay. Now, next. Tu dash souvent ici means you used to come here often. Your answer, please. Tu von say no, you have wrongly typed once. Tu venais. Venais. Tu venais. Yes, Saiba, you're also right. Janvi, you are also right. Tu venais. है ना? Tu venais souvent ici. You used to come often here. Now, for this, il jouait au football dans le parc. He used to play football in the park. Yes, jouer. Okay. Priyanshu has written Jouraient. Okay. Madhav also Jouraient. Shimmer World कौन है? I have no idea. Who is this? Shimmer World. Okay. Vansh Mittal. Yes, correct. Sahiba, correct. Good. Now, next. Aminui तुलेस्वार ज म कोशे. माधव आपने रॉन्ग स्पेलिंग टाइप किया है. म कुशे COUCHAIS. जम्मा कुशे aminui. I used to sleep at midnight. है ना? जानवी म कुशे. Yes. म कुशे fine. Yeah, so all answers are correct. Yeah, all answers are correct. ठीक है. Yes. ये क्या है? Learning from the best. Okay, now this is very easy. You don't need just vous finissez. Can you please match it? Vous finissez. You were finishing. है ना? Fine. Il allait. He used to go. Then this we can. Il allait. He was going. है ना? He was going. Il faisait beau. Yes. Il faisait beau. So it was the weather was nice. Je me lave, है ना? Je me lave. I was bathing, है ना? Or I was taking bath. Nous mangions, okay? We were eating. Very easy. Elle venait and they were coming. Fine. Perfect. All sentences are right. I used to go to school. You can just translate. It's very easy. है ना? J'allais à l'école. हाँ? J'allais à l'école. Yeah, can you type? J'allais à l'école. Yeah, you also type please so that I can see you are doing or not. J'allais à l'école. Okay, j'allais à l'école. I used to go to school. हाँ, j'allais à l'école. Correct. J'allais à l'école. This is right actually, है ना? J'allais ALLAIS à l'école. So your answer is right. ठीक है. Next. She was beautiful. She was beautiful. Yeah, please write your answer. She was beautiful. Elle était. Yeah, you type. What is beautiful? Elle était belle. Yes. Elle était belle. Elle était belle. This is also correct answer. Anna, this is also correct answer. Actually, it is showing a small alphabets, but it's fine. If we are writing a sentence, then that should be capital letter. Anna. Elle était belle. This is also right sentence. Next. They were playing football. Yeah, please type your answer. They were playing football. बताओ il jouait. Yeah, please type your answer. Il jouait au football. Okay, il jouait au football. Fine. Yes, this is correct answer. Il jouait au football. ठीक है? Correct answer. Next. We were eating when he arrived. We were eating when he arrived. बताओ. We were eating when he arrived. Yes, your translation please. We were eating when he arrived. Yeah, please type. Nous mangions quand il est arrivé. Yes, this is also right. है ना? Nous mangions quand il est arrivé. This is also correct. Nous mangions quand il est arrivé. Absolutely right answer. Now two sentences. He was intelligent. No, Priyanshu. Nous avons mangions क्यों होगा? No. Mangions. You have to. If you say nous mangions, that means we were eating. Huh? You don't need to add auxiliary. Auxiliary you don't have to add in imparfait. Auxiliary you have to add in passé composé. Okay. Yes, Janvi has written il était intelligent. Yes, il était intelligent. Il était intelligent. Yes, that is also correct answer. Il était intelligent. है ना? Last question. I was reading a book. I was reading a book. I know, Priyanshu, why you have made that mistake, because in your mind it was like had or was, है ना? So was you don't have to use. So was is already inbuilt in the conjugation of imperfect. For example, if I say je parlais, so which means I was speaking. So was is already inbuilt in parler, imperfect. Okay. Okay. So je lisais un livre. Absolutely right answer. Je lisais. Je lisais un livre. Okay, absolutely right answer. Yes, it is absolutely right answer. Okay. So now this you have already imparfait. Nothing is left. Only the translation part is remaining. Translation and reading comprehension. Okay. So reading comprehension we will be doing tomorrow. Okay, reading comprehension and translation part we will be doing tomorrow. So till today we have done so many topics, like we have started with uh, les articles partitifs we have done le passé récent we have done passé composé, we have done imparfait, we have done, or how many topics we have done, Madhav, can you please type? Yes, Sahiba, please ask your doubt. Yeah, you can type preposition. Yeah, exactly. Prepositions also we have done. So I strongly request you that please watch all the live classes video from 23rd April to 27. I mean 23rd wala you must watch, 24th must watch, 25th must watch, and 26th April, that is today, you have already done, and tomorrow is the last class. Okay, so tomorrow don't miss the class. We are going to do two important topic, translation. So translation, why we are going to do tomorrow, because first of all I wanted you to revise all these topics. Okay, and then reading comprehension also we will be doing tomorrow. Okay, so don't miss tomorrow's class also. Okay, same time 10 p.m. Okay. Yes, Saiba, in the syllabus you mentioned difference between the passé composé and perfect, so what is to be done? You have done na passé composé yesterday wala, you please watch passé composé. Yesterday we have done in detail what is passé composé. Okay, and today you have done what is imparfait. So whenever you see the text, you will definitely identify this is passé composé and this is imparfait. Okay, but since you want more to practice, so tomorrow I will incorporate one text. Okay, so one text, in that text you can differentiate between passé composé and imparfait. So tomorrow, three elements we are going to do. First, translation. Okay. Second, reading comprehension. Reading comprehension, why we need to do this time? Because this time, reading comprehension, we are going to work on the passé composé and imparfait. Okay. So you should know how to answer those questions. Okay. Third, I'm going to incorporate one complete exercise text Okay, so in that text I will mix Passé Composé and Imparfait. Okay, so tomorrow we will solve that. So three elements. Okay, 10 p.m. tomorrow. Is that fine, Sahiba? Yeah. So tomorrow, can you take a longer? Yeah, tomorrow I can take a longer class. Okay. So we will start at 10 p.m. and if it goes a 11:30, I don't have any issue. Okay. I don't have any issue. So tomorrow reading comprehension we are working, we are doing translation. Translation very important. Okay. So whatever topics, if you have not watched my video, I kindly request you please finish live class on 23rd, 24th, 25th. Please finish, and 20 today's also. Okay, then only you will be able to translate. Okay, otherwise not possible. All right, and tomorrow we are going to have a long class, है ना? Three sections we are going to deal with, है ना? And after that I don't think so that you are going to make any mistake, है ना? You are ready. So merci beaucoup. Kindly like this video after the class and leave your comments. Okay. And subscribe French Pro Global. All right. Merci beaucoup. Bonne nuit. À demain. À demain. Okay. Okay. Let me write merci. Okay. Bonne nuit. Sabah khair. Shabba khair. Merci. Okay. Good night. Okay. I'm really happy that you have attended these classes. Merci, merci Madhav, merci Miriya, merci Sahiba, merci Vansh, merci Janvi, merci tout le monde, merci, merci, merci. Okay.